day. So it's something you can check out, Michelle, and of course enjoy it this weekend before things get too cold.
Thanks for that, Natalie. See, March can be fun, especially when maple taffy's involved. Something to check out for today. Temperatures are going to drop throughout this evening, and it's going to feel closer to -20 if you are heading out tonight. So make sure you do dress warmly. Through Sunday, we are tracking that snow pushing in. More so a story for cottage country east into Ottawa today, but a cold front slices through. We are going to see that snow really this evening for the GTA throughout the overnight. Closer to 5 centimeters is likely, but locally we could see 5 to 10. Here's that cold front, and that is going to drop our temperatures back down. Still seeing that moisture behind it. By Sunday, it will clear out, but it is going to feel a lot colder once again. Speaking of that cold weather, but we have seen those very chilly conditions with this polar vortex that we are dealing with, where we have seen more ice covers further to the north, of course, where we are dealing with absolutely frigid conditions, feeling closer, well, covered by 91%. But in the winter, it's spectacular. You can go and see it all frozen up. Well, we have seen those very cold conditions today, not feeling as bad, but tonight temperatures are really going to drop down. Also tracking the snow pushing in. We are expecting close to 5 centimeters, but we could see 5 to 10. If you're in the GTA, well, we aren't looking at too much active weather right now. That's really going to push in for this evening. And if you are looking for some fun, it is March, and you know what that means, maple syrup season. Natalie Thomas, you join us outside, and you're having a lot of fun this weekend.
Michelle?
Thanks so much. Thanks so much for that, Natalie. Well, let's take a look at those temperatures this morning. Not feeling as bad as yesterday, roughly 10 to 12 degrees warmer, but still well below seasonal. Get outside this afternoon while you can enjoy temperatures near that freezing mark, because this evening temperatures drop and it's going to feel more like -20.
Go to the weather concern. So, Michelle, we haven't been really seeing those temperatures during the day above the freezing mark, and it's only looking colder over the next few days.
Yes, exactly. And even today, when it doesn't feel so cold out, it's still below seasonal. We should be around 2 degrees for a daytime high in Toronto, well below that. And although you step out the door today, not feeling so bad, it is really going to cool down as we head throughout the overnight, Natalie. Classic winter, what we would normally see, well, last winter, 1 day below -18. This winter, we've seen 12 days, so quite cold out there. Watch out for slick driving conditions in BC today. We are dealing with 2 low-pressure systems this weekend. Some of you could see up to 20 centimeters, and through the higher elevations, closer to 40 is possible. Active weather across Atlantic Canada as well. 5 to 10 centimeters, that pushing in for tonight.
Closed. Because it has been so cold, and it's only going to get colder again over the next few days.
Thanks so much for that, Natalie. Yes, it is going to get cold even as we head throughout this evening. And, well, maple syrup season is just the best, isn't it? We are now in March, and I can tell you I couldn't be happier. Finally, today at least, temperatures have bumped right up to around that 0-degree mark, as Natalie mentioned, but it is feeling cooler. Now, in comparison, if you stepped out the door this morning compared to yesterday morning, it's feeling roughly 8 to 12 degrees warmer, although it is still well below seasonal, -8. That's at Pearson International earlier this morning. So just how cold has it been? Because many of us are just hoping for temperatures to bump back up above that 0-degree mark. Last winter, we only had 1 day below -18. This winter, 12 days. So yes, it has been very cold for us, and we are dealing with some active weather today as well. Here in the GTA, we're expecting closer to 5 centimeters. This is really a 2-part system. The first one pushing through cottage country, stretching into Ottawa, already seeing that snow. The risk for flurries throughout the day, on and off in the GTA, but as that cold front slices through, that's going to drop temperatures, and that's where we are going to see the snow right behind it. So throughout this evening, if you're heading out, we are looking at that snowfall also throughout the overnight. As mentioned, closer to 5 centimeters is likely for us here in Toronto, but where we could see locally higher amounts, that's where we could also see some lake enhancement with up to 10 centimeters there. So if you're heading southwest, watch out for some snowfall for this evening, snow-covered roads and poor visibility. Let's look ahead at your next 7 days. Here's what you can expect if you're in Toronto. -12 for Monday. We are going to see some sunshine, but tonight, that's when temperatures drop back down. It's going to feel like -20. Coming up, weather up. Athens is just looking fantastic right now. 22 degrees and beautiful sunshine. Wouldn't that be nice? 14 for your Sunday in Belgrade, dealing with some showers there. 13 in Dublin, the cloud cover, that is going to linger. For your Sunday, if you're heading to London, 13 degrees. We are going to see those overcast skies. In Nice, we are looking at 18 degrees, a mix of sun and cloud. If you're heading south of the border, dealing with some active weather, New York, a mix of rain and snow, and 3.
The weather pile up.
Thanks so much for that, Rachel. Yeah, especially after looking at the damage done in those vehicles that were just crushed. Let's take a look at the weather for today. We are at risk for seeing some lake effect snow after a cold front comes through later on, late day, but the snow as well throughout this evening, mainly in the overnight. We could see 5 to 10 centimeters in Toronto. Closer to 5 is likely. More on the weather coming up, but right now, stepping outside today, not as bad as yesterday, that's for sure. Natalie Thomas joins us now. Natalie, you're taking in a maple syrup festival today, and I'm hoping you will bring some tasty treats back for us a little later.
It's certainly been cold at night, but not nearly warm enough during the day.
Thanks so much for that, Natalie. And not the best news here. Temperatures cooling off for this evening. Quite a difference from yesterday into this morning, roughly 10 to 12 degrees. Feeling more like -20 tonight.
Go to the weathernetwork.com.